Good Friday evening. I'm certified meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in on this June 14th of 2019. We have some early morning thunderstorms to contend with and even a little bit of light rain continuing through most of the morning. Then we actually were treated to a pretty good afternoon. Now our eyes are focused on many thunderstorm chances lining up over the next several days, and that does include the rest of your weekend. Let's start with how we look, though, throughout the course of the day from Indigo Sky Casino just outside of Seneca, Missouri. We started with the morning clouds, the morning round of rain, and a few thunderstorms. Then a pretty good looking afternoon with partly to mostly sunny skies, and that allowed temperatures to rebound nicely throughout the course of the day. We did have to deal again with that morning batch of rain and storms. Thankfully, they didn't pack a big punch, and they weren't true soakers in terms of rain amounts. So thankfully we didn't have to worry about any heavy rain threats across the region. Average area wide, just under a quarter of an inch as far as radar estimated rain amounts go. And a couple areas west of 75 suggesting radar estimates half an inch to maybe an inch with those heavier pockets of rain before the rain itself pretty much collapsed as it moved from west to east. 7th and range line just before 11:30 on this Friday night, looking calm but mostly cloudy. But before the clouds worked back in this evening, we had a pretty decent warm-up. Low of 62 and then rebounded to 80 with partly to mostly sunny skies. Keep in mind, we should be in the mid-80s for highs, so at the very least, we did look pretty good as far as keeping the early summer heat away, and we did pick up 0.03 of an inch of rain at Joplin Regional today. Last check at the currents we have from Joplin Regional had a temperature of 73, south breeze at 5 to 10, the humidity starting to climb at 71%. Temperatures have been holding steady for most of the evening in the lower to middle 70s. That's where we still sit before the 11:30 time frame across much of the region. All our focus now is shifted to those thunderstorms off to the west, where earlier this evening they were severe, but they have really lost steam. We're getting a good outflow boundary out ahead of these storms, undercutting the strength of these thunderstorms. Still doesn't change the fact that for south central and southwestern parts of Kansas, there is still a severe thunderstorm watch, but for the most part, these storms will be on the gradual weakening trend as they continue eastward. But those storms have been triggered by our next upper low working through the Rockies. That's sending a couple impulses of energy along the jet. That will still be a key player as we go into tonight and tomorrow night. On top of that, at the surface, we have our next frontal system working in. The storms that fired up in Colorado fired up ahead of the dry line. We don't have to worry about that, but once we get this warm front through, we'll have to deal with the slow-moving cold front as we go throughout the course of the coming week. With that being a slow mover, plan on numerous chances for rain and storms to start lining up. The future track kept us quiet to start the late night out. Had those thunderstorms out west. Future track doing a good job handling it so far, and they're actually allowing it to weaken as they work in here after 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So we're not too worried about these storms being severe, but don't be surprised if these storms could produce a little bit of gusty wind and not to mention some occasional bouts of heavy rain. Here at 7 o'clock, still some scattered storms around the area under mostly cloudy skies. Then once I think we hit about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, we should be getting a break in the rain chances. They'll still be mostly cloudy throughout the morning, but then in the afternoon we'll turn partly sunny. I would disregard what the future track is trying to suggest here. I think the afternoon will be dry. We don't have to worry about thunderstorms throughout the day. So we'll start with storms in the morning with lows around 70, 80 by noon, and then we'll have afternoon highs topping out at 86. But also, if you have outdoor plans, keep an eye on that breeze. A south breeze sustained at 15 to 25. We can have gusts pushing 30, if not 35 miles per hour. So the south wind will certainly do its part to warm us up throughout the course of the day. But we head into Saturday night. We start the evening out quiet. 9 o'clock here looks okay. But as soon as we venture into the late night, here's midnight going into Sunday. Storms want to develop right on top of us. And these storms this time around, going into late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, those could certainly pack a punch before we head towards sunrise going into Sunday. So we'll have to keep an eye on the severe threat as we go throughout your Saturday. And sure enough, the Storm Prediction Center and here at KOAM, we have put our area under a low severe threat between 8 o'clock Saturday night up until about 3 o'clock Sunday morning. Thankfully, with this setup, we're not looking at a big tornado threat, so we're going to keep that pretty minimal for now. Not zero, but about as low as you can get. We're going to really focus on the main threats being large hail, high wind, and unfortunately some bouts of heavy rain. Once we get past our Sunday morning rain chances, a quick break before lunchtime, and then unfortunately, we'll have to deal with another chance for scattered thunderstorms as we stay partly sunny to about mostly cloudy throughout the afternoon on Father's Day. So there could be a little dry time for Father's Day, but it's looking like a stormy one this time around. In fact, we'll still have thunderstorm chances around for Monday, a slight chance Tuesday, ramping back up Wednesday, maybe a break on Thursday before a stronger system may try to venture into the picture by next weekend. But rain or shine, temperatures don't look bad overall. 86 tomorrow, 80 on Father's Day, 79 on Monday. Then we'll be back into the mid-80s Tuesday and Wednesday, and pushing maybe into the upper 80s for Thursday and Friday. Have a good night. Have a great Saturday.